Hello and welcome to the Blackout podcast where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And actually, welcome back to the Blackout podcast. I have friend, super awesome, talented artist. And you know what? Like, you're a force, actually. Lyris, thanks for coming to the podcast again.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be back. Good to
So,
be back again.
I want to just dive deep into Instagram because, like, you've had posts and things happen. But then there was this quiet. And then everything just kind of like disappeared, and then you just reappeared with one post that like killed Instagram. What happened?
Yeah, I decided to disappear off the face of the earth and just rebrand myself. So yeah, I deleted all. I didn't delete my posts. I archived them, and then yeah, I was like, let me start new. So yeah.
And like you are so I don't want to say underground, but like kind of like really quiet. But that posts and most of the things you do kind of have this such engagement. What why? What would you say is the reason behind that?
Honestly, I would say a part of it is being in the game. So it's not like I'm new to like what's going on here and everywhere else. But I think also just like for me personally, I feel like people can see how passionate I am about what I love to do. And yeah, so it was just like when I rebranded, I wanted to make sure that it really was like giving off me as an artist. Whereas before it was kind of like it was kind of more personal, my personal life.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was like, outside with the girl them, post gaga. But now I'm like, everything that I post has a reason. Besides that one post that blew up. 'Cause I was like, honestly, I was confused. I was just on vacation with the girls, you know. And again, I was still being low-key at the time, but my friends were like, girl, you gotta post this. And I was like, okay, fine. 10K likes, I'm like,
yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. And it's like really organic too, right? It's wow. Anyway, the photo was great, but then the I guess the comments and the posts and the likes. So like, how did you even navigate all that?
Honestly, I don't know. I will say that I have a really good support system. And I have a lot of great friends who support me and have always supported me with my dreams for being a big successful artist. So when that post blew up, like I just went straight to my support system and I was like, yo, 10K, what happened? What should I do? And they kind of just navigated me like, still do what you're doing, stay the same. If people come with you with opportunities and stuff, which was happening, still happening. You just have to know how to, prepare yourself to navigate it properly. So yeah, that's just what I've been doing. Cause I've had like, big name people reach out to me and I'm like, hey,
I was gonna actually ask what are some of the opportunities that came out of that, and yeah, how are you deciding what is right for you and what, maybe not now or not at all?
Honestly, I would say again, not like this being my first time in the game, but also just knowing that this industry can be very tricky. It definitely can have some, not good things happen to artists, especially females. So it's just knowing what is right. Knowing like, okay, this sounds right. This sounds proper. This sounds like, okay, I can do this. Because you can definitely have shady people who don't want to like, actually support you and just want to use you in a way. But thankfully that hasn't happened to me just because I know I have my head on strong, so.
Yeah, plus like, actually, let's talk about your support system, because it's one thing to have friends, but it's another thing to actually have people that support you and people you can reach out to. How, like, did you decide on this group of people that you call your support system?
Well, these people have been riding with me since I was like 10. In terms of my friend group, because again, like I've had friends who I've grown up with who've seen me sing super bass when I was like 10 years old and was trying to perform for the community and stuff like that. So they know what it's about, and I think because they know me well, they know, you know, what is right and stuff. But in terms of like an actual support system, this year alone, I've really just been trying to navigate, trying to find like the right support system that I know sees my vision and sees the potential in me to really see me through. So I found a lot of great people this year that have been definitely, I can tell, are genuine about wanting to help me. So I think it's just knowing people's energy and knowing that, you know, what they say is good. Because it's honestly like, it could be hit or miss. You could really trust somebody and then they fall through. But as long as you're trusting them, you know what I mean? You have to. Otherwise, you might like miss opportunities. So, thank God I took leaps of faith with trusting people, and they've been really great people. So.
Okay. So let's talk about the music now, because you know it's one thing singing covers versus singing your own song. Like, what's the process when it comes to like making your own song, and how, like, what's next for you when it comes to your music?
So in terms of making my own music, I've always, like, in all, I've been a writer. I love songwriting, and I think I've done that for the longest time, even before like actually singing live and making music. Because writing for me is an outlet. It's therapy. It's the way I process my feelings. It's the way I'm able to show my vulnerability, and just get feelings out. You know what I mean? Because different people do different things. You know, some people might want to paint or journal or, you know, whatever. So for me, yeah, writing has been that. But yeah, when I start like making music, it's usually an outlet for me to process what I'm feeling and doing so with that. But this year, I've really wanted to just start making music, something that's fun for everybody. I like seeing people dance and have fun to my songs, feeling confident with women. So with music this year, that has been my like main goal, writing, but also making good music all in all. So I have a great producer. His name's Koum. Shout out to Koum. And he's definitely like seen my vision for a lot of things in terms of like what I'm trying to put out to the world. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if that guy.
Talking about like the producer, because you know that relationship is, I don't want to say it's personal, but it's very important, right? How did you pick the producer that you're working with now?
I've came across a lot of producers here. And all of them are great. All of them are very super talented here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I think the problem with me was I wasn't finding someone that was seeing my vision and what I had for music. So there was just a point again where I just went MIA because I wasn't finding that person. And like I said, very talented people here, but yeah, I wasn't finding somebody that was like understanding what I was trying to do. So with Koum's, he really came out the blue because I've had a couple friends who are artists who are going with him, and they kind of were like, yo, just come to the studio for fun type of thing. And when I started going there, he kind of was just like, oh my gosh, like, you're dope as fuck. Like, let's keep working and keep working and keep working. And we just built this relationship where we both understood where we were, like, on his level of producing and on my level of making music. And we kind of met at a common ground. And it just got better and better because once I found a consistent link with somebody, like a producer, I also started learning more about how to produce and what it looks like to layer my vocals down and do ad-libs and sound good on tracks and like all that stuff, because he was teaching me it and I was learning for myself. And so we locked in for sure. We got some good music coming out too.
Can't wait to listen. The process, like, what's the process of for you guys when you're working together?
I feel like if he was here, he'd be like, bro, this girl, man, like my ADHD. Hey, we could get into that too, because honestly, like with my ADHD, it's a blessing and it's also definitely a triumph of learning different things and getting over humps that are definitely difficult. But with ADHD, you definitely have a creative side of things.
Right.
And so it's creative, but it's impulsive. So it's like when I get into the studio, he'll be like, let's work on the last thing that we were supposed to work on last week. And I'm like, no, I just wrote a song like 3 seconds ago. And we need to put this down like now or I'm going to forget it. So he's like, why didn't you record it? Why didn't you voice note it? I'm like, no, we need to put it down now.
Right.
Like we got to do this. So usually when I get in the studio, he's like, fine, let's do it. And yeah, that's usually what we do. And then I'll be there usually, like, let's say I start the studio at like 6 p.m. I won't be leaving till like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., like, wow. Just there for hours because we're just making. And that's what happened with the first song that I released, Down Pon It. Like, we were just all in there having fun, you know, not really taking anything serious. And I kind of just, like, they were like, yo, hop on the thing real quick, da-da-da. And I was like, cool, whatever. And then I was like, no, Netflix, boy, come watch my TV. Like, it was very jokes. And then we made a song out of it. And I was like, okay, let's release it. So,
and that's the other thing, though, because you have so much fun making the music. But how do you know it's ready? Or, like, how do you know that's the one you need to put out?
So with Down Pon It, honestly, years ago, I wouldn't think that would have been my first debut single to release. But I kind of just was like, I need to do it because, again, like 3 years ago when I was here, like I had no music out and I was still singing. And a lot of things withholding me from wanting to release music in terms of just not being ready, confidence, being scared to have criticism and hear negative inputs, because like that's all possible with releasing music or releasing anything. So again, with that, like MA jump, like I kind of was just like, oh, I don't want to release any music because all of these things are withholding me. But with Down Pon It, I kind of was just like, I need to do this. Like, I'm never gonna know whether or not I'm gonna be a successful artist or if I'm gonna get better at what I do unless I release it. So Down Pon It was kind of the start of a rollout plan, just to have something out there. Right. And then more things kind of combined into a little project.
Exactly. Like, you see, I'm guessing, is it going to be an EP? Is it going to be an album?
I think EP.
How many songs do you think will be on there?
So I'll just say I have like at least 3-4 more singles I'm going to release this year. And then once those are all, that will be combined into an EP. So
we've kind of like talked about it, but now in a roundabout way. So I'm just asking you direct, right? You love music, you've been singing other people's music, but what happened in the last year? Like, what was it? Was it something or a series of things that happened in like the last year that made you say, okay, I'm gonna release music, like my music now?
Honestly, I would say like the people around me definitely like were so advocate and encouraging me to release music, because I'm always showing my friends, family, like everybody, you know, these songs that I'm writing, and they're just like, you need to release this. Like, what are we doing? And, you know, my response is like, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't want people to not like it. Just confidence, because again, when you're releasing music, you have to promote it. You have to network. And I do like being outside, but I don't post. Like, I don't I don't know, promoting and posting my face every single second. The thought of that just scared me. And I was like, I can't, like, it doesn't seem right to me. And then again, just not having the people that see my vision in terms of teams here, really like trusting and believing that they'd help me. Because again, I feel like there's so much talented people here in Halifax, that I just feel like we need more mentorship in a way. I feel like everybody's kind of sticking in their own lane, and I feel like we're scared to like mentor people who've been in the game longer but don't want to help like new artists.
I see what you mean.
So it's kind of like I was like, all right, I just want to make sure I can trust some people. You know what I mean? Thankfully, I did have a mentor / coach, Donnie Milwaukee. Yeah, he's definitely been, if not the only supporter who's really like definitely seen my vision and wanted to coach and mentor and help me. He's definitely tried to put me through some triumphs with like learning different things, but I appreciate it because honestly, even though I didn't finish it with my ADHD, he definitely like opened my eyes into the game and like what really needs to be like put down first with like what's going on here in the industry. And so he definitely was another person that was just like, you need to do this, like, you know, you need to see it through.
Wow. It's great having someone that believe, like, it's one thing to know I can't do it, but it's also validating to have someone from outside you that's like, you know what, I see that thing, let's do it, let's go for it. Okay, so now like you've started, I don't want to say like a rollout plan, but you know, you're bringing out stuff out. What is next in line for you?
So, I came back from Toronto and Calgary like 2-3 weeks ago. I went to Toronto to shoot my first music video there, for my next debut single that's coming out, Baggage, which again, like, found a great team. I kind of just gave my vision to like a couple people and some friends, and they literally like, okay, bet, I got you. So literally found me a videographer, technical producer, stylist, hairstylist, graphic designer, set designer, found all of them. Majority of them are in school for that. So it was kind of like it just meshed perfectly together because I wanted to help them perfect their passion and what they're doing, and they wanted to help me. So went to Toronto.
And you did that, how did you get all those people?
Honestly, I don't even know. It was so chaotic. Like, it was just moving so fast.
Right.
Like, we planned that music video for maybe like 3 weeks.
Wow.
We did not have a lot of time. Everything was literally free. Like, I think the most that we put money into was maybe $150. We found our own set.
Wow.
Because majority of the sets were filmed at their school.
Right.
So had our own set. They had their own camera equipment. The set designers, they had their own stuff that they were practicing on.
Wow.
The hairstylist, he contributed in doing my hair for free. So it was just a bunch of like hardworking people that.
And you did that. That's a lot of work too. And then you still had time to perform. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. It was a lot.
I think it's just hitting you what you.
I think it is really just hitting me, like, saying it out loud, because honestly, like, that time was so like, people were talking to me and it's like kind of going in one ear and I'm like, okay, I'm processing it, but like, let's just do it. I was like,
so
I don't know.
when do you like the video? Is it ready? When is it gonna be out?
We're still editing it. It should be out beginning of May.
Oh wow.
End of April maybe. In time for summer. This song, again, rollout plan, because Down Pon It was like party, you know, fun, dance hall vibes. With Baggage, it's very R&B, neo soul, more vulnerable. Getting a lot of inspiration off of Aaliyah and Brandy and just like those real, you know, incorporated R&B artists. So yeah. I'm excited.
What is the song about? I mean, the title is heavy, but what is the song about?
Baggage. So the song is it's about basically not bringing in your old baggage and trauma into another relationship, because I feel like a lot of us will have a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD from things that we've been through in our old relationship, and we put it on our new partner. So
Holy shit, that's a heavy song to write. Okay. You were talking. You kind of talked about the whole mentorship thing, though. But just in general, there's this. I don't want to say trend, but there's kind of this thing that I noticed with, especially like with artists, like musicians, like are doing great things in Halifax, are talented and stuff, but they tend to want to leave. It's like
you said what?
Tend to want to leave Halifax. Yeah, like I don't want to say like either to go to a different city or a different country entirely to do stuff like
clock it.
So what like is that something you've noticed too, and why do you think that happens?
I've definitely noticed it. Definitely was one of them. I think that Halifax really has the potential to be like that really next upcoming city for artists. But I think there's not a lot of exposure for me personally, for the different genres that I do in terms of Afrobeats, R&B, dance hall, all that. I feel like there's not as much exposure as there should be to other provinces here in Canada to know about what's going on, because anytime you travel outside of Halifax, and if I'm in Toronto, I say I'm from Halifax, oh, they play R&B there. There's black people there.
Right.
They do Afrobeat, and it's like, yeah, we do, but nobody knows. So it's like, I feel like there's more light shed on different genres, which is fine, because at least we're getting the light shed on that in itself. But definitely a lot more networking as well. With the new business that I just started doing with me and these two other guys, that's one of the main things that we're trying to do with the business. Just like traveling more and just getting like more outreach for, you know, what's going on in Halifax to be like that next upcoming city. Because it seems like when a lot of artists aren't getting that exposure that they need, it puts them in a place where they feel like they have to travel,
I see what
and feel like they have to get out, because if they're not really getting the exposure they get. And it also puts you in a place where it's like, should I even release music? It affects your mental health, you know, your confidence. So I feel like that's what happens usually.
If you had like a magic wand, right, and you could just wave it and make it happen, what do you think would be something you would do that could remedy that issue?
I think definitely getting a lot of the like networking out, in terms of doing just more shows, more concerts, comedy shows, like, you know, just different things that go on here in the city, and trying to get that outreach outside of Nova Scotia. One of the plans that like the business and I are trying to do is like travel to Toronto, travel to Vancouver, different places, tell people what's going on in Halifax, and get them to potentially come there, or get them to potentially have people come from Halifax to there. Because again, like, we have a lot of great like businesses here, Music Nova Scotia, ANSMA, they're all great. There's so many like great people in that business. But in terms of the networking and the mentorship, yeah. So it's like, you know, seeing that there's these new artists coming out of Halifax, seeing those people, when you've been in the game for a long time, you can mentor them. Hey, maybe this is what we can do. Have you travel out here, maybe do a show here in the city next week, you know, just different stuff like that. And I feel like it's limited. So
let's talk about the business. LVL. I was like, is it level? Is it LVL?
Both, I guess both.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And apart from some of this, what are some things you kind of have planned? Because you mentioned some.
Yeah, it's very new, very fresh. We're literally doing our first show on the 27th of April. Get your tickets. Hi. So it just came about so not randomly, but it was kind of like, okay, it's about time type of thing. Me and the other two people who like basically started this idea are also artists. And we also go to the same studio with Koum.
Oh.
So that's how we know each other.
Right.
And the other artist, his name's BK. His artist name is SK. He's from Zimbabwe. He's a Zimbabwe artist. And he's very cool, very talented. But he's also like a straight businessman first. Like he likes to make his money. He likes to find, So we kind of just came up with this. And the other guy, the other guy is Arlington, which is like his good friend, and he went to school for business and stuff. So he's been kind of handling the analytics, the logistics.
What was his name?
Arlington.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also from Zimbabwe. So yeah, we kind of just was like, we need a business that's new, fresh, and is doing new things. Bringing different artists from different genres into one space and seeing how that meshes well together. Cause me, I'm Caribbean. I do my dance hall. I do my R&B as well. He's doing his Afro beats, Zimbabwe, all that type of stuff. I'm a piano, all that. The other artist that we have coming on the show, his name's Johan.
Johan.
You know Johan. Yeah. Good friend of mine too. And he does like the alternative R&B rap, three different like genres. How does it mesh well together, So that's what we're trying to do. And this is our first show, one of way many. So yeah, we just decided to register our business and just do a show, see how people react to it, and then go from there. Get more artists. We want like everything. I'm trying to get some Latin artists. I ain't hear no Latin artists here.
Yeah,
some Brazilian funk. Like I want all of that. So.
And is this like a reflection of your taste in music or just like a business?
100%.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I listen to everything.
Right.
I listen to everything.
Me too. I love it. Like, because, I mean, obviously, I guess they are the big artists, but the artists, like, if I mention the names, like, I don't know who that person is, but I'll just, like, listen to this song. Like, if a song is good, a song is good. It doesn't matter how big the person
it doesn't, and it don't matter the genre. I love me some country. I love me some hard rock, reggae. I listen to everything, honestly. It does, like you said, it doesn't matter this, genre.
So there's this kind of switch from this, I don't know if people will like my music or to like, I'm starting a business. What is in that gap? Like, what is that bridge between these two people?
Honestly, confidence and just like knowing that I have the potential to like do this. I think I kind of just got tired of like knowing that I'm not that girl and knowing like I know I can do these things. I've always been interested in the business side of things. I just didn't know how to start it. So in terms of that, I kind of was just like, let's just do it. I'm gonna learn along the way. And yeah, releasing music and stuff, like I think also releasing the first song and getting all these views and likes and stuff just gave me like the reassurance that like I got it, like I can do it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me do it. Oh, can I curse?
Yes, of course.
So yeah, I was just like, let me just do this. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? And then I did it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, we talked about the support system, but that's one thing. Money is a different thing. How did you pick these people for your business?
The artists?
Like the people that are part of your business, of your LVL Entertainment.
So like, we did it all together. Like me, like I'm CEO. Like, We all found people that like we're all on the same page. Because at first we were starting with 5 people from the studio, because we were all like, all artists, let's do something. But only 3 people, including myself, really was like, okay, who's the most locked in? And it was BK and Arlington. It was the most locked in, because it was like, I know life happens, like shit gets busy, but it's like, how bad do you want it? Like, how consistent are you really like ready to do it? And the 2 of them were like on the same page, so it was kind of just like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And then with the artists, like Johan, I've known Johan for a very long time, and he's been releasing music way before I was releasing music, so I always like, yeah, like, no, he's very talented, and good friend of mine, so I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna add him. He's different, he's not, doing a lot that everybody else is doing, so I was like, that's perfect to show the diversity. And then BK, the other guy, part of the business, he found the other artists. So.
Okay. I mean, it's always great talking to you. I know you have stuff planned for the summer. Do you kind of have an idea of when this EP? I mean, like a date in mind, or it's just? Okay.
No date, but definitely like 3 big tracks coming out in the summer for sure.
God damn. Are they done or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 of them are done.
Okay, so
all of them are done. Baggage, da, and then.
You don't say what their names are. Okay. Oh wait. So there's a question I love asking to end the show, and essentially, basically, what's something that happened before you were 17 that plays a huge role in who Lyris is today?
What happened before 17? Before 17?
Before.
Honestly, a lot. I've definitely been through a lot of things. Definitely some hard things. I lost my sister. That was so hard because she was a singer just as much as me. Even more, I would say. And the way I looked up to her was definitely not in my vocabulary. So when she passed, that was hard for sure. But it definitely shaped me, because I do feel like she's definitely here today and watching over me. And I think a lot of things that have prevented me from releasing music just makes me think of her and where she knows that she would want me to be. So I think definitely shaping me today, just becoming like this really great young woman who's getting things better and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely think she's definitely played a part. So love you, Mo.
Thanks for sharing that, and my condolences.
Oh, it's okay. She's here.
Okay, I'm not gonna let you leave the studio without even in just a tiny snippet of a song.
No,
you do
I'm
something
just
for us? Okay, cool. But wait. One more thing though. I'm gonna let you go with this magic. So here's a marker. Just write a number between 1 and 60. And I'm going to use my magic cards to tell you what your number is.
Oh, I can't tell you the number?
No.
Oh, okay.
Once you've written it, don't show me. You can point it to any of the cameras. So
I was going to say 13 because my birthday's tomorrow. Let's talk about it.
Okay. No. It can't be. Well.
Okay.
So, yeah. Once you write it, let me know. And do not show me. I will try to figure out what your number is.
Okay. Okay.
You got it? Okay, so your number is going to be in at least one of these cards, but it can be more than one. Okay? So I'll need your help. Is it in this card? Oh, wow, okay. I hate it when it's in the first one, but okay. Is it here? Okay. Is it here? Okay.
I didn't realize it was in
Is it here?
No.
Okay, finally. Let's see here. Oh, I think I know what it is. 50?
Yeah, it's 15. Oh, you're a magician too.
I'm a magician.
Podcast magician. Okay. Talk to her nice. Talk to her nice.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to clear out so you can just play a song.
Sure, we'll do the song. We'll do the song. Trip to London town and new places, but same faces. Things don't have to be the same. But why do I get reminded in the same way? You never asked for signs in the universe. Should have known better. It seems that things appear to you in the same way. But for me, due to all my traveling overseas from my CCs, I was getting random leads. I seen your name on my TV screen. Oh, why do I have to get myself in these positions? It seems that every time I get back to the city, I'm reminded of you. So why, oh why do I keep coming back? It's 'cause the part in me needs no heavy baggage. Hey, yeah. And if there's no change, reminiscing about the past ain't gonna make a difference. And still, if moving fast, you'll think it too logical thinking. I don't know how it's gonna work, trying to see what will and what happened. I swear you're moving like you're first, acting like you don't got baggage. But for me, due to all my traveling overseas from my CCs, I was getting random leads. I seen your name on my phone screen. And so why, oh why do I keep coming back? 'Cause the part in me needs no heavy baggage. Oh, why do I have to get myself in these positions? It seems that every time I get back to the city, I'm reminded of you. Yeah. Oh, wow. 'Cause the part of me is no heavy baggage. No. Hey, heavy baggage. So yeah, thank you for having me again, Blackout Podcast, and you can catch me at my Instagram, my Spotify, Apple Music, which is Lyris Daye, LYRIS D with 2 L's. And check out my song I already released before, which is called Pon It, and the new music that's waiting to come. Thank you.